How's it going, guys? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today is another playthrough here on the channel, but this time it's by request. A few weeks ago, I did a playthrough for Horrified American Monsters, and a nice lady named Heather wanted me to do a playthrough that featured two characters against the Chupacabra and the Banshee of the Badlands. And who am I to deny a request like that? So here's the playthrough of the Mountain Man and the Agent, going up against the Chupacabra and the Banshee, and was sure to be a nail-biting game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for round two in Horrified American Monsters. This time, I'm going to do a two-player game. Now, I have the same setup with the Banshee of the Badlands and the Chupacabra, but they are going against the Agent, which gives you +1 strength to all of your items that you use, which is really going to come in handy. And he has 4 actions, and then we have the Mountain Man, who can place, you can go anywhere on the board because he knows this place. He's lived here all of his life. But he only has 3 actions. So before I had one character that had the most actions. This time I have 2 characters with abilities, not as many actions, but let's see if these two have what it takes to go against the Banshee of the Badlands and the Chupacabra. All right, we have the board set up. We have our terror track at 0. We have the Mountain Man starting at the ranger station. We have the Agents starting at the sheriff's station. So if it ends in station, I got people there, except for, of course, the gas station, but it's okay. Now we need to deal out 1 card to each of these to help them out at the beginning of the game. So the agent will get equipped. An investigator may give a number of items to one investigator no matter where they are. So in a one-player game, if you're playing solo, not the best card, but in this case, perfect. So we'll be able to switch around some stuff here. And for the Mountain Man, he is going to have an ATV, move an investigator up to 4 locations. So he's going to be able to not only help the agent move around, but it explains the reason why he's able to move around a whole lot, because he has an ATV. I'd be fast too if I had one. And so we have our item cards, we have the encounter cards, all that good stuff. And now we are ready to play. If you haven't seen the other videos of how I played Horrified, the tutorials or the playthroughs, go see those videos, but we're just going to jump right in. And what we're going to do is I'm going to designate which active character is going first. So let's say the agent will be the first one to go. So I'm just going to put this red die there, and I'll just move it back and forth so you can see whose turn it is. All right, so for the agent, what we're going to do here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go ahead and just pick up this pocket knife here. I should have picked the protective vest up, but you know what? Right now, we have to focus on dealing with these guys. I'm trying to get to where there's some animals, some livestock, especially little goat right there, which our Mountain Man will be able to pick up. We have some pigs and all, and plus we got City Hall that has a lot of equipment. So I'm going to try and get the agent there first. All right, so that's the first turn. So let's see the first encounter card. Haunted Music. So we have 2 items that'll be going onto the board. Those 2 items are a goat will go to Town Center, which Town Center is right here. And we have a walking stick going to the motel. Where's the motel at here? We have the motel. You know, I said this last video, I played this game so many times, I just know where stuff's at. There we go. All right, next. On the Banshee monster map, move 1 violin furthest from the skeleton 2 spaces towards it. Okay, so we get to choose which one. So we're going to say the investigator, unfortunately, he's going to move a little bit closer to here to start listening to that music. And now we have the Banshee and the Chupacabra and the Mothman. They would go, but we don't have Mothman, so just the Banshee here. All right, she's not the Banshee. That is a Bigfoot. So Chupacabra will be the one that will move 1 space. So he's right there. And he's going after the goat. So let's see if we can actually save him before the Chupacabra activates. All right, so that's the end of their turn. Now we go to the Mountain Man's turn. So the Mountain Man's going to go here. 1, 2, pick up the goat. And since he can move anywhere on the board, I'm going to go ahead and place him over here so you can start picking these up next turn. All right, so that's the Mountain Man's turn. Now let's go for the next encounter card. So we have the bellhop. So 3 items we could put onto the board. Let's see what we got here. We have camera at the resort. We have a lantern at the sheriff's station. And then we have at the gas station a map. Might have to pick that up first. And then we have the bellhop. Place Sydney at the resort. So we need to find Sydney here. Got her. She's at the resort, and she's going to want to go to the motel. Finally, the Mothman and the Fury Monster, which in this case is the Banshee of the Badlands, will move one space. So both our creatures are now out on patrol for victims and goats. It's a bad time. And I know it's a little bit more of a sheep joke, but that's what I got. All right, so now we go back to the agent. It's their turn. And so the agent's going to go 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and pick up all these things, because these are going to come in handy later. And then we are going to go for the last action. He's going to go to the high school for right now. All right, so now we flip for the next one. All right, the park ranger. 3 items go onto the board. So we got 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have at the motel, we have a toolkit. At the cabin, we have a torch. And then at the high school, we have a flashlight. Next, the park ranger we placed on the board at the ranger station. So that's Ranger Elena at the ranger station. Move the frenzy marker token to the next monster. So it's going to be the Chupacabra next. Move each citizen 1 space towards their safe location. So the bellhop here will go to the intersection, and the ranger will go to the diner, because the ranger wants to go to the campground. So they're trying to go that way. They don't have the ATV to go here. And finally, the frenzied monster is going to move 3, which unfortunately that is going to put our bellhop in the path of the Chupacabra. So the Chupacabra is going to roll 2 dice and see what happens to our bellhop. All right, she does not get attacked, but we do have to resolve this special action here, which is Voracious Appetite. Discard one brown token, which is basically like the livestock or animals, from the board per power symbol roll. So we only got 1 power symbol roll, so we need to remove an animal. We want to save the goats, so in this case, this little pig's going to go all the way to the Chupacabra's stomach. So they're done. All right, so that ends that. So now we go back to the Mountain Man. I know what you're thinking. If you're looking at the boards here, there's nothing really that involves the green items in this game. The reason why is that basically these are life points that you have. So if I can have these to cushion the agent, if he's wanting to gather up yellow or brown items, I can get rid of these first in case he gets hit. So that's the reason why. Not every token will be useful in the game, but each one does have a purpose. May not be going towards defeating the objective of the monsters, but they can give you a little bit of extra buffer just in case. All right, so the Mountain Man's next. So what we're going to do here, he is going to pick up here for 1. So he's got this and this. He is going to go all the way here to the farm for 2. And then we're going to use this special ability on the farm to place a goat token onto the Chupacabra's board. So that means we're down 1 goat. We need 5 more goats before we can confront the Chupacabra and defeat him. And now, with that being said, that's his 3 actions. Now we go to the next turn for the monsters. Okay, good gracious. Everybody's coming out of town. There's so many cryptids going out. All right, so we got 3 items going onto the board before the doctor makes their appearance. All right, so these 3 items are, we have a goat at the ranger station, we have a shovel at the cemetery, and we have poison at the bait shop. Don't ask me why there's poison at the bait shop. I don't ask. I'm just visiting. All right, then we have Dr. Chalice at the hospital. So we need to find Dr. Chalice here, place them at the hospital. And so they're going to want to go to the stadium. So let's actually, for right now, we'll lay these down so you can see them a little better. And see the range, or the agent and the Mountain Man. You guys can stay standing because you're cool. All right. Last but not least, the frenzied monster is going to have to move 1 and attack 1. Chupacabra is right there with that bellhop, so we're going to see what happens with it. And unfortunately, the bellhop gets taken out by the Chupacabra. So they go to the wayside, and that means the terror track goes up 1. So far, we've lost 1, but everybody's deciding to come out while there's cryptids running around. So it's their own fault. I'll do what I can. Alright, so that takes care of that. Now we go to the agent's turn. Alright, so the agent has 4 actions here. So, I think he's going to be the one that's going to go after goats. So what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3. So we'll get those here. We'll need the yellow items. Needless to say, this agent is just going to have pretty much everything that he needs right now. And we're going to go back to the intersection for 4 so we can get up here. All right, now we go to the next. I should shuffle these better. All right, so 3. If I lose because of all these guys coming out onto the board, it is so going to be funny. All right, so at the ranger station, we have a walkie-talkie, which the goat is chewing on right now. We have a handsaw at the campground because that makes perfect sense to repair everything and cut wood. And then we have a deer in the swimming hole, which is better than a snake in my boot. All right, the councilman placed Jimmy at City Hall. So, hey, Jimmy, where you at? There's Jimmy. He's at City Hall. And the frenzied monster is going to go again. It moves 1 space. So, the frenzied monster, being the Chupacabra, will move there. No attacks are needed. And now we go to the next turn, which will be for the Mountain Man. Now, the Mountain Man, he's going to go on ahead, use 1 to go up here, 2 to get these, because he's basically going to be my goat saver for right now, and 3 to come back here so you can place that goat on next turn. So, now we go to the monster phase. Those eyes. Alright, so 2 items will go onto the board. So we have a shovel in town center, and we have a goat at the high school, because he wants to get that higher learning. Oh, that's the stadium. High school's up here. All right. Place the Eye of the Mothman token on your location. Don't have to worry about that. No Mothman. We're good. But the Banshee of the Badlands does finally get to activate. They're going to move up 1 to City Hall, and oh, poor Jimmy. The Banshee's rolling 3 dice against Jimmy. So let's see what happens. Oh my, yeah, he's toast. Sorry, Jimmy, you're done. So Jimmy gets taken out by the Banshee of the Badlands. The terror track goes up to 2. And so far, it's not looking good. My saving record is not going to be stellar in this if I end up winning. All right, so that's the end of the monster turn. We now go back to the agent's turn. And the agent has 4 actions. So what we're going to do, we're going to go 1, here 2. We're going to go ahead and grab these. And then we're going to go 3 and 4. Because I'm going to at least try to save the ranger to get them to the campground. Hopefully. Maybe. Alright, next encounter. Here we go. Haunted music once again. So no items get put onto the board. On the Banshee monster map, move 1 violin furthest from the skeleton, 2 spaces towards it. So our mountain man here is now going to be 2 spaces towards the skeleton playing the music. And now we have the Bigfoot Chupacabra Mothman combo would go. So Chupacabra is going to move 1, moving closer to the agent. But luckily, no attacks. We are good. And now, since that's resolved, we go back to the Mountain Man. Alright, Mountain Man is going to go 1, put the goat onto the board. 2, go over here. And 3, actually no, 2 go over here. And 3, he's going to get these items here, including another goat. Alright, so now we go to another monster phase. Of course, more people on the board. Alright, so 3 items will be put on the board first. And I just want to point out, right now, as I'm filming this, it is pouring down rain outside. So this is like very thematic. If the lights go out, we're gonna have fun. All right, so a cabin will be put, or a goat will be put on the cabin. A cabin will be put on the goat. Yep, I said that. A torch at the swimming hole, and then we have a rifle going to the mansion. Because what else would you need to protect your mansion than a rifle, unless it's a rifle being held by a goat. Next, Gus will be at the gas station. So we need to find Gus here on the side. He's going to the gas station. I got my agent there. We're good. And now the frenzied monster will move 1 and attack 2. So he's going to move. I get to choose which way he's going to move. Actually, we're going to have... No, we'll go here. And he's going to attack the agent. I got plenty of buffer. So let's see what happens. Nothing happens. I scared him off. All right. I'll take it. So next, we go back to the agent. And the agent, right now, he's going to focus on getting the ranger to the campground. So we're going to go 1, and then 2, 3, 4. And so we have the ranger who will be saved, and that means we get an item card, a special card here for the agent, which is Safe Zone. Move each monster up to 2 locations. So we get to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room in case they start breathing down our necks, more importantly, their necks. So far I'm 2 and 1, or I'm 1 and 2, so it's not horrible. Could be better, but the game's still young. All right, so now we go to the next monster phase, always waiting. So 2 items we put onto the board. So we have at the stadium, we have a helmet, and we have baseball bat at the stadium as well. And perfect combo. All right, so now move the Jersey Devil to the closest location. We don't have to worry about that. The Chupacabra and the Frenzied Monster will get to attack or move. Since that's the Frenzied Monster, Chupacabra, they get to move twice. So in this case, he's sticking around there, and he's going to hit good old Gus there. Oh, he hit Gus. So unfortunately, we lose Gus. This gets moved to 3, and a animal gets taken out on the board, which the animal has to be... all right, we just have to discard 1 from the board, so we don't have to worry about that. But we have a couple goats left, but we do have this deer, so we're going to get rid of this deer. And now we're on Operation Save the Goats, because now it's starting to get a little bit tricky in case something happens with the next activation. All right, so we're going to go here. Next with the Mountain Man. So the Mountain Man is going to go 1. He's going to pick up these for 2, which means he's got a second goat. And 3. So next turn I'll be able to place these 2 goat tokens and be good. All right, now we go to the next monster phase. Those eyes, once again, nothing will happen as far as items and as far as that goes for the text, because we don't have Mothman, but the Banshee of Badlands is going to move 1 and attack 3. Since these are equal distant, we get to choose which way they're going to move. So she is going to move here for now. All right. We'll go back to the agent's turn. The agent just saved the ranger. Now he's going to do his best to save a goat. So we're going to go 1, 2 to get that goat, 3, and 4. And I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this. Okay, that's a horse. I forgot we have 1 horse down there. I'm going to use this equip card for anything else. I'm going to equip, give an investigator any number of items to 1 investigator no matter where they're on the board. I'm going to give our good friend here another goat. I'm going to give him a couple of these green ones so he's a little bit more prepared for whatever happens next. So, we're good to go on that. Agent's done. Now we go to the next monster phase. Oh, this is not good. Alright, so 2 items we put on the board. So there we have the rifle, which will go to the bait shop. And then we have the general store, a pocket knife. So let's go on ahead and do the pocket knife here, which is somewhere. General store. All right, there we go. Move 1 violin to this first one skeleton, 2 spaces towards it. All right, so this is going to cause a problem. We're going to have the agent take the hit. All right, so with the agent now in this zone, we have to resolve a couple things. One, this will move back. That's good. Two, he goes to hospital because he's taken out. That's bad. Three, this goes up one because we got defeated. That's worse because now we're 3 instances away from being taken out. Now we got to go with this stuff. So the Chupacabra is going to move 1. So currently he's just going to move 1 here because now we have everybody over here. All right. And now it is going to be the Mountain Man's turn. His turn is simple. He's taking these 3 goats and he's going to go 1 action, 2 action, 3 actions. All the goats go home. We need 1 more goat to find that. And then we can defeat the Chupacabra. So now it's back to the monsters phase. All right, 2 items will go onto the board. So we have a dead end. All right, so we have a horse going to the mansion. And then we have binoculars at the stadium. We don't have to replace any empty track tiles because we don't have the Ozark Howler. The Banshee, the Badlands, and the Chupacabra are both moving 1. So the Banshee's moving here. Chupacabra's moving down here. He just got in trouble. So Banshee's going to attack my agent for 2 dice. Gets hit twice. That's fine. We're going to use both these green ones to absorb the hits because I'm not sticking around there much longer. All right. Now we go to the agent's turn. The doctor wants to go to the stadium. I do believe we're going to oblige on that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get the doctor to the stadium there. Get another card. And the other card is a cave-in. Place the Ozark Howler at any location or move any monster 3 locations. So this is going to help, but you bums, we're going to get you moved in a little bit. But speaking of bums, now we got to deal with this. Another always watching, so no items, no Jersey Devil thing. We just have to worry about Chupacabra and the Frenzied Monster, which Chupacabra is going to be moving twice. So he's going to go 1 and he's going to go 2 because he sees a nice plump mountain man over there, but I'm not sticking around there for much longer. Because I am going to go see a Banshee. All right. So it's his turn. So first turn, he's going to go 1. I'm going to use a yellow item to roll 2 dice at the Banshee's location. For every hit or power symbol, I get to move my violin back 2 spaces towards the safe zone. And if there's a miss, no effect. All right, so I get to move his violin back 2 spaces. So that gives me a little bit of a breathing room for that. So that takes care of that there. So that's his second action. And the third action, he is going to go up here. We're going to go to the mansion because I've always wanted a horse and I've always wanted a rifle. And now I can live out my cowboy dreams. All right, so actually I should have moved that. My apologies. Now let's go to this. All right, so 2 items will go on the board. Those 2 items are, as soon as they get off my hand here. All right. Town center will get a pig. That's the new mayor. And a goat at the campgrounds, which is fantastic because we need to get that last goat there. Move the Chupacabra to the first location with an animal and remove that token. All right, so it's the furthest location. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're tied. So we're going to go here. And this means he's getting attacked, but that's fine. We're going to remove the horse there. And now we're going to go and activate the Banshee, the Badlands, and the Chupacabra. So the Banshee will move twice. We're going to move here. And then the Chupacabra is going to hit here, maybe. He does, but we take out a green item. So we're good. And that will be the end of the turn for that one. And now we go back to the agent because I just did the mountain man's turn. All right, so the agent will pick up all these items for 1. So he is back to being well equipped. He's going to go 2, 3, and then he's going to go 4 because he can get some stuff down here. Because next turn the mountain man's going to be able to go 1, pick up 2, go here 3. Or I could just jump on an ATV, but either way it'll work out. So that'll be the end of that turn. So let's go to the next monster phase. 2 items will go onto the board. So we have those eyes once again peering into our soul. Drew one extra there. So we have at the high school, we get a helmet. And at the diner, we have a canteen. No Mothman triggers or anything, but the Banshee of the Badlands is going to move 1. So they're going to move back down here because we're a little bit closer now. Now it's back to the Mountain Man. The Mountain Man's going to go 1. Pick up here 2, 3, and then on the next turn he'll be able to activate this, and then we're going to go Chupacabra hunting when it's all said and done. So now we go with this one here. All right, Nora. Night shift's over. Nora's going home. All right, so 3 items going to the board. We have a goat at the stadium. We have a goat at the sheriff's station. Let's see, find the sheriff's station here. And then we have a ranger protective vest at the ranger station. So let's find the ranger station here. There we go. All right, Nora is at the diner. So we're going to get Nora here. She's going to the diner. She wants to go to the farm. Restock those eggs for tomorrow morning's breakfast rush. All right, now the Chupacabra gets to move twice. So it's 1, that's 2, and I think Nora's eggs are about ready to get scrambled. Oh, yep. So, for the power, for that hit, she's gone. Terror track goes up. For the power, we have to remove an item, an animal from the board. So we'll move this little piggy. It's all the way back to the, your bacon, dude. Sorry. All right, so there's that. Now we go to the ranger's turn, or the agent's turn. So the agent picks up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we are going to be, I think we're almost towards the end of the game here. Because we got to get him, his little violin there, to help us out. And we'll go from there. But first things first, we're going to deal with the Chupacabra in a minute. After we resolve this, another person. Ah, you soda jerk. All right. Mary will be going to the general store after we put a goat at the cemetery. We have a knife at the tavern. Where are you at, tavern? And we have a compass at the diner because, well, unfortunately, Nora didn't know where she was going. Mary at the general store. And then the Frenzied Monster and the Banshee will each move 1. So the Banshee's going to move here. And the Frenzied Monster, unfortunately, is going to be moving here. So each one's going to be able to attack. So she's going to be attacked first. Crap. All right, she gets taken out. One more. We're getting close, guys. Now he's getting attacked. It's a blank. All right. So now it is the Mountain Man's turn. So the Mountain Man, first action, we're going to place the goats here. Get those taken care of. Second action, he's going to go to the Chupacabra. And the third action, the Chupacabra's location, you can discard 6+ of yellow to defeat him. So we got 6+ of yellow there. The Chupacabra is Reign of Terror is done. He is out. The Frenzied Monster will now be the Banshee of the Badlands. All right, we're almost there, guys, but now we got to see if we can avoid this right there. All right, here we go. Next, nothing happens. Rainstorm, footprints get removed from the Bigfoot's board. We don't have to worry about that. And none of these monsters will activate. Chupacabra's gone. No Mothman, no Jersey Devil. All right, safe. But now we're back to the agent's turn. So what we're going to do here, the agent is going to use this one here. He's going to move each monster 2 locations. So he's going to go 1, 2, and there's a method to my madness in a second. And then he's going to move for 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if I can get, he's got to just move his violin 1 time. If he does, then the agent can come in and just swing and take out the Banshee. But we'll see what happens, because now it's time for the monster's turn. All right. No items on the board. The Hunger. Chupacabra does not activate because he's gone. And the Banshee stays in the middle of City Hall because she is not on here. So we're good on that. Now it's time to the Mountain Man's turn. So the Mountain Man, he's going to go here for 1. He's going to activate. Use a brown item here, the bear. And of course he didn't do anything. So that's 2. And then he's going to go here for 3. And he'll pick those up next turn. All right. Next one. Oh no, Willie. 2 items. Oh, these guys are going to kill me. All right, so 2 items going onto the board. We have a goat at the swimming hole. And we have at the resort a walking stick. Willie will go to the motel. So motel here, at least he's far away. And the frenzied monster will move 2, so 1. And we're going to have her go against me here for 2. 2 hits, so the agent will lose 2 items. We'll use the green ones. All right, so it's now the agent's turn. Move that there. So the agent is going to... where does he want to go? He wants to go to the tavern. Might be able to do it. So, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So we're just going to move him there for now. And now we're going to go see what the monster's turn does. The sheriff. All right, so 3 items go onto the board. So we have the goat at the diner. We have at the general store, another item, and we have the tavern, which will be getting a fishing pole. The sheriff will then be placed onto the board, which he's at the ranger station. Then we'll move him to the closest one. We'll do a little bit of finagling here in a sec, because we'll need to do they're going to need some help. Place the sheriff on the board at the sheriff's station. All right. Move the frenzied markers. Don't have to worry about that. And now the frenzied monsters gets to move 3. So the monster will move 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right. So now we're going to do this. Mountain Man's going to pick these up for 1. Go up here to the Banshee for 2. We're going to use it. Use a yellow item to roll 2 dice for the 3rd action. We got it. So now he moves back to the safety zone. All right. So this could potentially be the last turn. We'll see what this card holds for us. So here we go. All right. So 2 items get put onto the board. And the Banshee of the Badlands will attack. So 2 items will be the ranger station will get a pickaxe. And the bait shop will get a fishing pole. Alright, so the Banshee will be attacking for 2. Let's see what happens. 2 hits. So the Mountain Man takes 2 hits. They're down and out on that one, but it's fine because now we go to the agent's turn, and the agent will go up here for 1, and they will take 2 yellow items. Doesn't matter what the value are. And the Banshee of the Badlands has been defeated since we have everybody safe in this zone. We're able to move from 1 to go to 2. And best of all, we survived, but barely. And that was a 2-player game playthrough of Horrified American Monsters. Well, there you have it. That's what happened in the playthrough. So far, my record's spotless. Don't know how long it's going to last. It almost came real close to ending there, but the Mountain Man and the agent definitely pulled it through at the end of the game. And I just want to say this right now to Heather. I hope this video helped you out, and anybody who wants to play this great game for 2 or more players. And this is the reason why I started doing this channel, because I got that request and I'm more than happy to help, and this is what I want to do. And if I don't do anything else on this channel, if this is the only time that somebody went, hey, can you help or can you do this, and I'm able to, and it helps out, that means a lot to me, and hopefully it does, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let everybody know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. So until next time, guys, stay safe and take care.